What up, world? Welcome to another episode of Bleed Purple and Gold. As you know, I am the host, BrandonJaneau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere, it is BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram and Threads, BrandonJaneau, just BrandonJaneau on Instagram and Threads. On Facebook, it is the BrandonJaneau Show, and of course, you got TikTok, TikTok, BrandonJaneau Show. Um, Go subscribe, comment. I do comment back. Uh, on there, follow that, subscribe on my social media accounts, and of course YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Follow, subscribe. I do comment back if you comment. Same thing on social media. Yeah. Like I said, it is purple, bleed purple and gold. Uh, LSU played today and won. They've won now their last three games in a row. Um, this game was better. I'm gonna be honest. This was a way better game compared to a couple of weeks for the last couple of weeks. Um, the defense still is goddamn shaky, is a motherfucker. Um, First half it was the same old defense, same old defense. Um, couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed if they were paid to. Um, yeah, they defensively the LSU Tigers. Eh, uh, but they had five sacks in this game, two turnovers, which was great. Um, didn't give up any points in the second half, which they did that in the Nichols game too. So I can't really sit up here and say like they did it in the Nichols game too. They didn't because they gave up one touchdown. But LSU's defense is better in the second half. I'm starting to realize that. South Carolina game was also a little bit. They did their thing in the South Carolina game in the second half as well. Uh, they give up really too many big plays to South Carolina in that game in the second half last week. But LSU is such a they frustrate the shit out of me. They frustrate the shit out of me. I guess NFL guys is like, we're not gonna let you have two good situations. You ain't gonna have the Saints doing what they doing and also LSU doing what they doing. That shit ain't happening there too. You ain't getting two out of this. Um, yeah, this situation, man. This is man. This is bad. First half was very bad, man. Watching that game for the Saints, LSU. Oh my god, watching that game for LSU. Um, First half was disturbing. Disturbing to say the least. That first half defensively was bad. Um, I will say this: the offensive coordinator for LSU, he pisses me off sometimes. He pisses me off. I think they're finally starting to realize the running game. Excuse me. But for the last couple games, you got three running backs: Josh Williams, uh, uh, Katie Durham, and of course, and then the other running back, Caleb Jackson. We finally got a chance to see all three of them play today and how they run and how they move. I don't know what the fuck that was the last couple weeks, but this offensive coordinator is getting better at play calling. But I will say this: when they got in the when they got down the field, and I'll say this: when they got down the field on that, I think the first drive of the down the field, and they were trying to throw the ball and stuff, they got in the red zone and couldn't score a fucking point. I'm like, what the fuck are you calling, dude? Like, he pisses me off. It's just like you don't have to be this goddamn stupid. LSU won the game. Like I said, way, way better second half than first half. They dominated in the second half. It was a great. It literally was night and fucking day. It was like literally watching South Carolina, like watching the Nickel South Carolina game in the first half, where it's just like they can't stop a fucking nosebleed. And then you get to the second half, and it's like we might go win some games this year. We might go win. That's the team. If we can continuously, consistently have that type of defense with that type of offense, we can win games. I'm looking at the SEC schedule that we have, man. Most of the big, huge games come to us. We got Ole Miss coming to us. We got Alabama that comes to us. Uh, so most of the massive games. I mean, Florida, and then we go to Gainesville this year, but it will be shaky. But it's late in the season. Oklahoma comes to us. Vanderbilt, who gave Missouri a game earlier today, they come to us. Most of the games, most of the the big games that they have, most of them are coming to us. We really haven't hit the SEC, yet. And that's the thing, man. I think LSU, as a team that they are, man, this game, like I said, this game was very important. This was a very important game because we needed to see how we would look in a situation like this. We actually looked good. Second half. First half, it was the same old shit. But the second half, if we could continuously play like that for the next couple of weeks, when we get into the SEC, really get into the SEC play, we can be something. We can have, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say we can run a fucking table. Oh hell no! But we don't have to play. We don't have to play Georgia, Tennessee. Like we don't have to play Georgia or Tennessee or Texas. Then we go to Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but for the most part, LSU, LSU's in a good situation if the defense could actually hold the fuck up. Now, if the defense actually holds up and plays the way that I think that we played in the second half, we might be ready for something. We might have a chance. Again, I'm not ready to say run a table in the SEC. That's a little fucking wild, but we have a chance to actually win to be competitive in the SEC. Again, when I looked at the schedule and I did my preview of LSU, I said this that LSU can at least win 10 games this year. I thought that. I thought LSU could easily win 10 games this year. Like I said, we're on a 3-game winning streak since the first game of the season. We played USC, who lost today. Who lost today against Michigan on a last-second play. LSU has a chance, man. And we just have to figure out how this team is going to continuously grow and play. This game was a perfect example of what this team can be moving forward. If we can continue playing the way we played in the second half throughout the rest of the games, I mean, our secondary suck. Like our secondary sucks. I wish we had a different secondary. Our secondary is bad. That shit is just awful. Harold Perkins has really had that stamp game yet. He hasn't really had that true, you know, solidified. I'm the best, you know, you know, linebacker, defensive end in the upcoming draft. He hasn't had that yet. I'm looking forward to seeing when he's gonna finally have that fucking game because he needs to have it at some point. Um, but yeah, LSU is exactly what they are. I mean, this is if you are a fan of LSU, I mean, can you really be this amazed at how this team is playing right now? Um, Offensively, like I said, the offensive play caller sometimes goes and gets into the red zone and act like he don't know how to fucking call plays, and it just pisses me off. But we finally have a running game, and that is something I've been fucking screaming about for like the last 3-4 weeks of the season. Can we develop the run? And we finally did. Uh, Next game is South Alabama. It comes to us. I'll be talking about that game after this. I'll talk about that game next week. After that, SEC play. So, yeah, for the most part, LSU wins, beats UCLA 34-17. Till next time, till next Saturday, I am Brandon Janeau. This is Bleed Purple and Gold. I'll be back tomorrow for Bleed Black and Gold, LSU, the Saints Philly game. Till next time, peace.